In the city, where the buildings stretched high enough to graze the clouds and the streets were alive with the constant hum of activity, there existed pockets of silence and despair that went unnoticed by the majority. One such pocket enveloped Maria, a woman whose years had woven into her face a map of hard times and sorrows. Once a nurturing figure in the neighborhood, known for her kindness and warmth, Maria found herself abandoned, a stark contrast to the life she once led. Her son, the sole family she clung to after the passing of her husband, had turned his back on her, succumbing to the pressures of a new life and a new family, deeming her presence an unbearable burden. The day she was forced out of her home marked the beginning of her descent into homelessness. With nowhere to go, Maria wandered the streets, a ghost among the living, her belongings crammed into a tattered bag that seemed as weary as she was. The parks became her bedroom, benches her bed, and the sky her blanket. Food was scarce, scavenged from the leftovers found in bins, or the occasional kindness of strangers who saw her plight and offered a morsel of relief. Her days blended into a monotonous cycle of survival, each day a mirror of the last, devoid of hope or a glimpse of redemption. As the seasons changed, so did Maria's health. The harshness of living without shelter took its toll, her once robust frame now frail and battered by the elements. Yet, in her eyes, there remained a flicker of resilience, a refusal to let the harshness of her reality extinguish her spirit. It was during one particularly biting winter evening, as Maria huddled under a bridge seeking refuge from the cold, that fate intervened in the most unexpected way. Officer Daniel Martinez was on his nightly patrol, his eyes scanning the familiar routes and alleyways for signs of trouble. His path led him under the bridge, where the sight of a shivering figure caught his attention. As he approached, the dim light revealed Maria's face, etched with the scars of hardship. Daniel felt a tug at his heartstrings, a sense of recognition that puzzled him. He offered her his coat and a warm cup of coffee he had with him, sitting beside her, eager to lend an ear. As Maria spoke, her voice a whisper of its former strength, she recounted tales of a past filled with love and laughter, of days spent nurturing the young minds of the neighborhood's children. She spoke of a particular boy, Alex, whose mother struggled to make ends meet. Maria had taken him under her wing, feeding him when food was scarce in his own home, teaching him the values of kindness and hard work, instilling in him a sense of hope and ambition. Daniel listened, his mind racing, piecing together the fragments of his own childhood memories. The realization dawned on him like the first light of dawn after a long night. Alex was him. Maria, the woman who had shown him such kindness, who had fed him and taught him, was now before him, a shadow of the vibrant figure he remembered. Overwhelmed by a surge of emotions, Daniel revealed his identity, his words, a bridge spanning the years that had separated them. The revelation was a balm to Maria's weary soul, a flicker of light in the darkness that had enveloped her. Daniel, determined to repay the kindness Maria had shown him, took it upon himself to ensure her safety and comfort. He arranged for her to stay in a shelter, working tirelessly to find a more permanent solution. His efforts bore fruit, and soon Maria was moved into a small, cozy apartment, a place she could once again call home. Daniel's visits became a regular part of Maria's new life, each one strengthening the bond that had been reignited that cold winter night. He introduced her to his family, and she was embraced as one of their own, her days once again filled with laughter and the warmth of human connection. Maria's resilience and spirit, coupled with Daniel's gratitude and determination, had woven a tale of hope from the threads of despair. Maria's journey from abandonment to redemption was more than a story of survival. It was a testament to the enduring power of kindness, the unbreakable bonds formed by acts of generosity, and the belief that even in the darkest of times, there are glimmers of light waiting to be found. Her life, once marked by the pain of rejection, had been transformed, reminding all who heard her tale that within every grim situation lies the potential for an extraordinary turnaround, guided by the hands of fate and the hearts of those we've touched along the way.